This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
You're looking at live Newscopter 7 pictures. A truck has gone out of control in Nyack, leaving behind a long path of destruction. We'll be live there. Plus, an incredible survivor story tonight. A woman badly burned in the World Trade Center is released from the hospital. We're glad you've joined us. Good afternoon. I'm Rob Hanrahan.
I'm Roz Abrams. We begin with that truck that went out of control. It slammed into cars and eventually hit a building before it finally stopped. Investigators are on the scene right now trying to figure out what happened. Nina Pineda live in Nyack in Rockland County with the very latest information. Nina.
Roz, when authorities got the 911 call about what happened, they were certain there was going to be a number of injuries, and they were hoping there wasn't going to be any fatalities. Imagine this. This truck came careening down the street. The driver, who was inside right behind this building, was able to walk away from this carnage. Before he hit the building, however, we're going to come over here. You can see the firefighters. They're standing by for some flare-ups. And actually, I'm going to get out of the way here because it looks like they might be getting ready to put something out right now. Before he hit this into the building, he hit into these cars where all these men are standing, and they were very worried because there was a natural gas leak after he smashed into the cars and then hit the building. The moving van picked up speed as it rolled out of control down Nyack's narrow Main Street, smashing parked cars into the air before careening onto the sidewalk and crashing into a building.
It's absolutely incredible to me that no one was killed or even injured.
Chris Chase watched the moving van as it just missed his storefront window and crashed into the antique shop and realty office as it burst into flames.
The truck was traveling eastbound, hit numerous parked cars, careened into the building, hit a gas main. Both the van and the buildings in the area were engulfed in flames.
Firefighters and police responded quickly, immediately shutting the gas lines off and keeping the flame from taking out the entire block.
The problem we had was getting to the shutoffs because the truck was in the way and the gas was burning as well as the buildings were burning. So we had a difficult time getting to them, but eventually Orange and Rockland was able to get in there and shut them off.
You're looking at live pictures now over the scene where we are right now in downtown Nyack. They have the entire block shut off. They were very worried that the cars that were piled on top of each other were going to roll down the hill. They were also very concerned about the truck catching on fire again. What the problem was when the fire department got here is the electrical wires that were hanging over the van. They were very worried about it being on fire. And actually, somebody from O&R Gas Company had to get underneath the van, crawl underneath the burning van, and shut off the natural gas line, was able to do that successfully. Again, the only injuries were to the driver of the moving van, whose company is right next door to this block, and he was taken to the hospital. He was able to walk away from here. No pedestrians, and everyone that was in the shops were able to run away. So they are just very grateful for that here in downtown Nyack. That's the latest. I'm Nina Pineda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Nina. Amazing stuff. A tough day on Wall Street today. Stock.
New concerns tonight about truck traffic after a bad accident in Rockland County. Now there are calls to limit the number of streets trucks can drive on after a truck went out of control, hitting cars and crashing into a building. Tim Fleischer is live in Nyack with the story. Tim.
And Roz, it is truly miraculous that only 2 people were slightly injured in this fiery accident. Nevertheless, the seriousness of it is now prompting a closer look at perhaps limiting or even slowing down heavy truck traffic through the streets of Nyack. All kinds of traffic, including large, heavy trucks, fill the long stretch of Main Street as it heads downhill into the center of Nyack. Truck traffic that some now believe should be limited after yesterday's fiery accident.
It's scary, and it's amazing when you look at how all of this is, that no one was seriously injured.
In a wild scene, a large, heavy moving van careened out of control down Main Street, plowing into parked cars. It then shot across the street, crashing into 2 businesses and exploding in flames.
The size of that truck coming almost sideways in front of my window was very scary.
So they are looking at the possibility of limiting the size of trucks through the village.
I'm in consultation with our village attorney to find out if we can do that sort of thing. Again, it gets back to the issue of what happens for local deliveries, what happens if somebody's moving.
Safety experts say a thorough study of traffic is needed, including the weight of the vehicles. There are other considerations too.
We have a large number of businesses in downtown Nyack, both on Main Street, South Broadway, North Broadway, and I think you have to look at the impact it would have on those businesses if you start restricting the size of trucks that come through.
I was gone about 2 minutes. I came back up the hill hill, and it was all in flames.
David Sanders, who narrowly escaped the accident, but whose real estate office was destroyed, favors a truck limit.
People go so fast ordinarily. It's just like this has turned into almost a speedway, and it's frightening.
Big trucks should not come through a busy little town, but they do.
So that is why the mayor is taking a good hard look at this heavy truck traffic through Nyack. Also, a couple of other developments. David Sanders, the man who lost his business, has been able to move up the street. So some good news anyway that his business is back in operation. And at this point, the Orangetown police are also continuing their investigation, trying to find out just why this truck ran out of control. Reporting live from Nyack, Tim Fleischer, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tim. Catholics in Rockville Center are mourning the